probably put a no spoilers thing, I guess, in the tagline, but I don't know, this has been out for 5 months now. Like, everybody's seen it, right? It's on Disney Plus. Go watch it. I really am pleased with how this hair turned out. Like, we'll probably actually do this, like, funny faux hawk style at some point in the future, because it looks pretty fly. Alright, so today's look is Rey from the sequel series. I am a huge fan of Rey. I enjoyed the sequels. I especially like that we got a leading lady who unfortunately kind of wound up with a love interest, but initially she didn't start with a love interest. That's something that I really appreciated. She is there to support her friends and sees the difference that she can make. Even though she comes from nothing, she's strong and powerful and knows right from wrong and really pretty much always makes the right decision. She's very self-sacrificing, and ultimately she just cares about her friends and wants her friends and family safe. Rey really did pull this series together for me. I love Kylo Ren as well, and Adam Driver is a phenomenal actor, and his character arc was insane, but I feel like there are kind of some flaws in the storytelling with him too, because first off, I'm not a Reylo fan, and so I didn't really like the romance that they established between Kylo and Rey, but also it didn't totally make sense to me why Kylo was so bad and so angry and angsty. Like, I get, like, Han and Leia probably didn't have the ideal relationship, probably, even though they're, you know, that couple that everybody fawns over. I'm sure it was tumultuous, right? We know that it was, based off of some of the things that they say in The Force Awakens when they encounter each other. So, as a child of divorce, I never felt like my parents not getting along made me evil. It would have been nice to see a bit more of his arc and understand better. I feel like he needed a bit grittier background. Like, obviously we know now that Palpatine was manipulating him the whole time, but I don't know if that's enough for me. I love the stories overall, but I understand why some people cringe at the sequels as well. So I'm actually wearing the Padme look still. I'm filming 2 videos on the same day. Look at me being all efficient. So I'm gonna just build off of this. So it's gonna be kind of a day to night. So Padme is Miss Senator, very glowy, natural, no makeup. I'm gonna do like Rey After Dark, I guess, but maybe not even that, because I don't want to do Dark Rey yet. I want like Rey's gonna go out with her friends to the cantina and maybe dance a little bit, and she wants to sparkle under the cantina lights. So that being said, I've got 4 new products compared to what I used for this look, and then I am actually going to do my brows as well. So I guess technically 5 products. So what I have is the Urban Decay Brow Blade for my eyebrows. I have a Makeup Geek, it just says a black eyeliner, it's just a pencil liner. And I've got a little sample Kat Von D tattoo liner for liquid. And then for the actual like eyeshadow itself, my sister got me these really gorgeous Stila Cosmetics. This is like a silver liquid glitter eyeshadow. It's so pretty. And then she also gave me this Tetris palette, which has a really great silver, like crazy silver, and then also a nice blue. I want that blue to represent Rey's lightsaber, basically. I know she ends up building her own out of kind of what looks like the scraps of her staff that she uses throughout the films as well. And that one ends up having a yellow blade, so we're not doing that one. I've already had yellow on my eyes for Boba Fett, so we're gonna do blue today. So I'm gonna start with brows, actually, just to kind of get a good sense of where I want the makeup to go. I always feel like doing brows first helps me to decide how bold I want my eyeshadow to be. Now, I loved The Force Awakens. I think that's probably still my favorite of the sequels. The Last Jedi, I like parts of it. It's a visually stunning movie, but I felt like it was kind of the Star Wars film for non-Star Wars fans. Not that that's a bad thing, to bring in more fans or to kind of diversify the people that like Star Wars. That's cool. It just didn't feel like a saga film. It would have been really fun as an offshoot, like Solo or Rogue One, but it didn't develop enough story for me. And I understand the point is kind of that everybody fails and you're back where you started. That's really tough to go through when you know you're only going to get 3 movies with these characters, and it feels like then that middle movie is kind of a waste, to be blunt. I'll probably get some flack for saying that, but I didn't love it. There are beautiful scenes. Adam Driver, again, freaking amazing actor, and he did a phenomenal job. Like, that was Kylo's movie, really, and I think that's the redeeming quality of it. And then come to The Rise of Skywalker, and because The Last Jedi seemed so like it didn't develop enough, it made me feel like The Rise of Skywalker had to be rushed almost. Like, the first third of that movie is just like go, 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 go. And in some sense that's fine, but it also just feels kind of like, but I need to savor this a little bit. Like, this is the last Skywalker saga film. Don't rush me through this, you know? And as I've said before, I don't like the Kylo relationship, all that shipping. Ew. I wanted them to be brother and sister, if I'm being totally real. Because to me, it made way more sense that Rey would be Han and Leia's as well. Like, she gets Han's blaster. She and Ben have such a tight connection, like, right off the bat. And that's kind of, like, the whole point is, like, it's, you know, the Skywalker family. So they can still be, like, as siblings, 2 halves of a whole. And I feel like we kind of lack good representation of siblings in films anyway. Like, I know obviously they weren't raised together, but that would make sense because of the age difference. And, like, basically Han and Leia would have wanted to protect a little one from this kind of raging, developing, bad big brother. Like, what would be the easiest way for Kylo to hurt Han and Leia, these people that he's apparently so angry over? It would be to hurt Rey, and she would be really vulnerable. So, like, hiding her away would make total sense. We've done it before with 2 other twins. So that was a little disappointing, like, that she wound up being a Palpatine. I should probably put a no spoilers thing, I guess, in the tagline, but I don't know, this has been out for 5 months now. Like, everybody's seen it, right? It's on Disney+. Go watch it. I would say that was kind of my biggest disappointment. There were so many parts of The Rise of Skywalker that just, like, hit the nail on the head. Like, oh, it was just, like, thrilling to watch. So I don't want to, like, by any means to say that I didn't like it, because I liked it better than The Last Jedi, I will say. I loved all the parallels between the movies. Like, tying into the sequels and everything, I should say, and I've liked that, actually, about the sequel movies in general, because, like, The Force Awakens totally paralleled A New Hope. Like, these young punks happen to cross paths, and Old Man helps them find the place that they need to get to, ends up sacrificing himself, and whether or not he knew he was going to, but basically. And there's a the planet destroyer thing, I can't remember what it's called in The Force Awakens, it's just a Death Star, that's all it is. So you've got still that, like, Empire, New Order, Rebels, Resistance, and the whole story, the arc that everybody goes through is really mirrored. So I was excited to see the scene when Kylo dies and Ben returns, mirroring the Mustafar fight between Anakin and Obi-Wan, but with water, like the, you know, fire and water equal and opposite instead of this flaming lava planet. It's this enormous ocean that they have to get through. Also, the fact that Ben is brought back by Leia's sacrifice, like, that could make me tear up just talking about it right now. Like, that's beautiful. And then when he gets to see, it's gonna make me cry, when he gets to see Han again then too, it's just sweet. I love this brow blade product because the, like, inks, they call it an ink stain and a waterproof pencil, and it really is, it stays put. I love it. But the combination of the two works really well. Like, I'm a fan of, like, eyebrow pens in general, and this one, I was worried when I first got it because I actually ordered it online. It goes on pretty warm toned, which I didn't like, but it does oxidize down to a nice neutral kind of taupey color. The other scene that makes me so emotional, and I love that I see it all over TikTok now, is when Ben is racing to get to Rey to aid her. Just fantastic action, and like a little bit of humor in there with the little like shrug, you know? And then to again see, and not really again, because it's not Kylo anymore, it's Ben, but to see Ben fighting alongside Rey, like, really cool, really intense moment. Controversial, but I think that both of them should have died. I didn't really like, I think it would make more sense. Like, I understand it's the rise of Skywalker, but, like, Ben is really the Skywalker in my mind. Ben comes back. That's the rise of Skywalker. He lets go of Kylo Ren. Kylo dies. So, as kind of charming and nice as it was to see Rey at the end assume the Skywalker name, it was a little bit too perfect for me that she still survived. More of a clean slate, I think, would have been satisfying at the end of the movie. I also, like, freaked out when we got to hear all of the past Jedi voices, you know, kind of pumping Rey up, saying, "You can do this, the Force is with you." Like, when Hayden Christensen's voice came through, and Ashley Eckstein too as Ahsoka, like, again, this is gonna make me emotional, oh my god. That was thrilling. That was something I was really happy to have, kind of closing up that saga that lasted decades, right? Plus, how special for all those characters to kind of get their comeback and, like, get to record and be a part of the final movie. Like, as somebody who would love to work on a Star Wars production, that's amazing. That's fantastic. So again, I'm using my Tetris palette here, and I think I'm gonna darken up the crease just a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and use this taupey brown shade, knock most of it off. Yeah. Alright, and then I'm gonna take a little bit of the lighter shade here just to kind of buff out this outer portion and kind of carry it out just a teensy bit more. It's not quite light enough to be a highlight on my skin tone, so it's just gonna be my sort of transition between the dark shade and the lighter shade I already have on for my Padme look. A little bit of that underneath as well. I'm gonna go ahead, I've got this like pretty tightly packed brush, and I'm gonna use actually, let's put the liquid silver on first, and then I'm gonna tap over it with this powder. This stuff is so pretty. I love it. I'm gonna have to keep my eyelids down here just to make sure I don't schmutz it. Alright, we're gonna do one eye at a time here. There we go. I like that shimmer. Shadow. I'm gonna go ahead and put blue under my eyes. Hi, girl. Did you get a good walk? That's a good girl. Okay, and I want to leave the eyes pretty open. So I'm not going to actually touch this blue to anything on the inner corner or even on the outer corner. And then I'm just going to throw a little bit of black liner on the lash line. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and slap on another coat of mascara. Right, and then on lips, I'm still going to go ahead and use that Clinique balm. Just touch it up here. Alright, alright. So here we have the final look, my Rey Disneybound. I really am pleased with how this hair turned out. Like, we'll probably actually do this, like, funny faux hawk style at some point in the future because it looks pretty fly. I like it. We've got the eyeshadow built upon our day look, which was Padme, and just added some good glitter. Nice blue underneath to represent the lightsaber. These pretty sunburst earrings, these kind of Corona style earrings went well with Rey's aesthetic. You'll see my video of the full outfit and everything. I've got these really great platform shoes. I've got some crisp white high-waisted shorts and a kind of cognac tan with a cool gold clasp on the front on the belt. I've also just got this really nice, it's actually a thrifted Dana Buchman silk blouse. I thought it kind of offset that crisp white with that more kind of neutral, I'm trying to think of the term, like just kind of a lived-in creamy ivory color. So before I forget, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow my blog. I'll list all of the products used on my makeup as well as this outfit all in my blog post tied to this video, so be sure to check the links down below. I'll include links to the products as well, so if you're able to, or I should say if you're interested in buying them, you can. Anyways, thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you.